So, good morning, good evening once again to our viewers. Once again, welcome to Grandison Espresso Lounge. For tonight's segment, we will be having a Kamustahan session with one of our USRNs, Miss Glenn, who is now in the United States. Hello, Miss Glenn.
Hello po. Hi, everyone.
Yan, welcome to Grandison Espresso Lounge. So, Miss Glenn, before we start the kamustahan, no, kung kamusta ka dun sa US and how was your experience papunta dyan, can you make a short introduction, ma'am, about yourself? Maybe kung saan din kayong state naka-assign and when kayo dumating sa United States?
Okay po. So, I'm Clandis Chan Maldero. I'm a USRN in New York, state of New York. And I have no hospital experience back in the Philippines. But then I was so grateful to Grandison that I was able to find this kind of agency na they still have RNs to deploy in United States or in the other facilities here in United States na there's no background in nursing, and here na bibigyan naman po ng training, so I'm just very grateful po na may mga ganitong agency.
Wow, okay. That's nice to hear, no, Miss Glenn. And by the way, saan state kayo naka-assign right now, Miss Glenn?
Right now, since my license is in New York, so right now din po I'm staying here in New York. Dito ako naka-assigned, and my facility is under Paragon management.
Oh, so you're also for Paragon. Okay. And when did
Yes.
you arrive in New York, by the way, Miss Glenn?
I first arrived in May 21 this year. So over 2 months already that I've been here in the US, and so far so good kasi there's Sam, who's a driver from Grandison, who picked us up from the airport. Actually, we were four. So he helped us with our luggages, and he's very accommodating and welcoming, and he took us to staff accommodation in Brooklyn, New York.
Oh, okay. And so you arrived last May, no, Miss Glenn? So can you tell us more? Kamusta yung experience niyo? So aside from some picking you up from the airport, kamusta ma'am, no? So did you went directly to the what's this, the staffing house under Grandison, or do you have a pre-arranged accommodation already na na-plan nyo here sa Philippines pa lang?
Actually po, yung Grandison, they said that we are provided with free 1 month accommodation. So when I first arrived here, when the driver picked us from the airport, he took us to staff accommodation in Brooklyn, and so far naman maganda because everything is complete, like the kitchen utensils, everything is there, even the bathroom essentials, yung mga shampoo, conditioners, all garbage bag, toiletries, lahat na nandun kompleto. So except for the bedding, so I recommend for someone who will come here soon or in the future that they will bring their own beddings para may magamit. And from that, we just dropped by our staff in the accommodation, and the driver helped us to or assisted us to go to T-Mobile to have our phone line. So we registered for a prepaid on phone line, so we have something to use to communicate to our family back in the Philippines and to the employer na rin po. And then with regards sa accommodation naman, what was I expecting is I will only be provided for 1 month free accommodation, and then the rest of the months I will be looking for my own apartment. But lucky and grateful that Paragon provide us housing or house accommodation, which is for the whole duration of our contract, and we only have to pay them $100 each month.
And as of the moment, while we're doing the interview right now, are you in the housing facility provided by Paragon?
Yes, ma'am. Still in
Oh,
the
yes.
housing facility provided by Paragon, and it's just, yeah, malaking tipid kasi we're only paying all in now $100 only per month for
And
a
how
month.
far is it from the facility, Miss Kalen?
It's just walking distance. So usually inaabot ako ng 8 minutes
So,
from
parang
the
instant exercise
accommodation
na
to
rin 'no?
yeah. So by car, it's just 3 minutes. By walking distance, less than 10 minutes.
Okay. Pero so far ma'am ano, so aside from that, when you arrive in New York, so everything set up already, like your SSN for example, um, and
Mhm.
then yep.
Yes, ma'am. So when we first arrived the first day, yun nga po, like what I've said, we went to open our phone line on our first day. That was Sunday. And after opening our phone line, we parang it's our free time, so we had the chance to explore New York. So we directly go to Brooklyn Bridge and took pictures and Times Square. So gabi na po kami umuwi on our first day
Sulit
stepping
agad
in
ang
New
first
York.
day.
And then the following yes, sinulit na namin kasi ano parang ilang days lang kami dun sa city. So the following day, which is Monday, uh, our the driver also picked us up again from the accommodation to take us to for medical examination. So we did the physical exam and everything. Then after that, that was Monday. After that, we went again to Grand Central Park to explore. That's our free time. And Tuesday we went to New Jersey, which is the main office of Grandison. We had our orientation there. They discussed about the PTOs, how many days of PTO we earn each month, and also about our working hours, which facility we will be assigned in, parang ganon. And then they also advised us that they will take care of our SSN and our green card. So we just have to wait for them to deliver it in our address. And yung parang SSN, it took only like 2 weeks. And then yung green card, like 18 days for me to receive it.
Wow! So, tatanong ko pa lang sana, eh. So, kung na-receive niyo na ba yung green card? So, congratulations! You already have your green card, Miss Glenn, 'no?
Thank you
So,
po.
overall, was it a
Yes,
smooth
ma'am. Thank
transition,
you.
for you coming from the Philippines and then arriving to the United States? Hello? Narinig pa ba ako, Miss Glenn?
Sorry, ma'am. Ay, medyo choppy.
Hello, Miss Glenn?
Hello
Ayan,
po.
narinig niyo na po ba ako?
Hello, ma'am. I think
Ayan, okay.
yes, ma'am.
So, hold on. Iche-check ko lang din ang aking hello. Ayan.
Mhm.
Miss
I
Glenn,
can
can
hear
you,
you.
try to talk again? Check ko lang yung
Hello
aking
po.
speaker. Ayan.
Dinig niyo ako, ma'am?
Yes, 'yan, okey.
Okay.
Ayan, okey. Sorry 'no, naka tayo. Okey, hold on.
Okay.
I-tu-turn off ko lang si
Yes,
Siri kasi
ma'am.
sumasabay si Siri sa atin habang nag-uusap. Okey, ayan, okey. Sorry for that 'no. So I was just asking 'no, so overall, can you say that it was a smooth transition coming from the Philippines, and then arriving in the United States?
Mm. Yes, ma'am. For me, it was really a smooth and yeah, smooth transition, and it's easy for me to adjust in the US kasi when I arrived right away, meron ng matutuluyan na house kasi parang less hassle pag if you still look for an apartment, so parang mas dagdag yun sa stress. So for us, we are just grateful na everything is prepared for us.
And I think somehow maybe it's I don't know no if I can say that this is also an advantage that there are already other Grandison nurses aside in Paragon when you
Mhm.
arrive. So somehow aside from the
Yes, ma'am.
training
Actually,
provided by
mhm.
the facility, you have ates and kuyas there to ask, no? Paano yung ganito, paano yung
Yes,
ganyan.
yes.
Yan. So, speaking of training,
Opo.
so when you first arrived sa Paragon, no, in your assigned facility, how was it? How was the transition or how did you prepare for the first day of work sa Paragon?
For the first, so after nung nag-orientation kami sa New Jersey, that was Tuesday. After that, we went straight to our accommodation, and then the following day, we already started our training in the facility. So for me, I just read some medical mga medicines na commonly used in rehab nursing, just to be aware. And then on that day, when we are having our lecture training, they trained us all the things that we need to know, so that we know what to expect when we start our work in our assigned facility.
Okay, no. And maybe I just wanted to ask as well, no? Kasi parang from what I'm hearing, it seems like it was a smooth transition, no, coming from the Philippines. And then the training was
Mhm.
provided, no. So I just wanted to hear as well, no. Aside from those experiences, what do you think is the biggest challenge, no? Kasi I just wanted to set expectations as well. Well, maybe not setting
Mhm.
expectations, but maybe I know maraming nurses na nagtatanong dyan, no? Ano kaya yung greatest challenge or
Biggest
kailangan nilang
challenge.
i-prepare pagdating ng United States 'no. So, on your end, Miss Glenn, what do you think is the biggest challenge, that you have encountered when you arrive in the United States? Ano yung biggest
So far for me
adjustment mo
naman,
diyan?
hindi gano'n kalaki yung adjustment kasi like what I've said, it's just a walking distance. So, unlike siguro for the rest na nandito that they still have to drive 20 minutes away from their home to facility, and maybe I think that's a great challenge for them na kailangan talaga na kumuha ng driver's license dito. But for me or for us, we don't really require driver's license kasi everything is near naman, even shops, groceries, restaurants, everything is near to us. And with regards of sa work, like what I've said, then may proper training naman na ibibigay. Like hindi ka naman bibiglain na bigyan ng workload, or parang one step at a time na kunwari magha-handle ka muna ng 5 patients, then once you get used to it, like, it will become 10 patients until, nadadagdagan each week until you are confident about it. So, but I recommend still to have their trainings and experience in the Philippines, so when they get here, hindi na sila mabibigla about the procedures. However, even though they still don't have that experience, they still have the proper training here. So wala namang masyadong challenge for me. So I'm just grateful that everything went smooth.
Ayan. So I think we can say that Miss Glenn is one lucky USRN din, no?
Yeah.
Because I think
Yes.
she have a supportive system then around her because yun nga may training agad
Mhm.
provided by the facility. And I think it's also a thing that we can also advise
Yeah.
no to the nurses no that maybe while they're waiting for their visa no na or makarating sa United States while they still have time here
Mhm.
in the Philippines, tama yung ginawa ni Miss Glenn, no? She reviewed, she familiarized herself in terms of the most common medicines. And then it says, and even you who's listening right now, no, you can also get the chance to still get or have experience here in the Philippines while you still have time, no, or while you are still waiting. So, Miss Glenn, no, I know you don't have prior experience here in the Philippines before going to the United States, but somehow, is there any like, yung parang, what's this? Hinahanap ko, hindi ko marunong yung term, no? Was it a big adjustment for you? Kasi iba yung healthcare system in the United States, eh, compared
Yes.
here in the Philippines.
Yes.
Okay. So
Correct.
so maybe if there's one thing, no, or one tip that you can say to the nurses, no, on how they can familiarize themselves as well about the US healthcare system, what do you think that can be?
Maybe I think it's about the system they use kasi it's different from the Philippines. So in here we use the Sigma Care. So parang iba dun sa Philippines kasi marami kang pipindutin doon na ano, parang lahat nandun na, even how to do the care plan and all. So it's about their system, that tool that they are using. But then yun nga, tuturuan ka naman how to do it. And sa rehab nursing, ang commonly procedures lang naman din na ginagawa is about the catheterization, suctioning, and yeah, it's almost the same. Only the tool that they are using here is different.
Okay, got that, Miss Glenn, no? And additional question to that, no? Since a lot of this is one of the most common questions that we also encounter from the nurses, no, during recruitment phase, no? And even those inquiries lang sa comments or inbox ni Grandison, no? So it's about the it's about the nurse to patient ratio in skilled nursing facilities, no?
Mhm.
So a lot of nurses daw kasi is hesitant to work in skilled nursing facilities because of so many myths, no? Like yung nurse to patient ratio. So maybe it's also best that we also top that topic sa kamustahan natin, no? So kamusta
Um,
ma'am, no? Can you tell us on an estimated count up to how many patients po ang inaalagaan or ina-attending niyo in a daily basis?
okay, for me, so I can only speak for my experience kasi
Yeah,
I heard that the rest
iba-iba.
are taking more patient ratio, but in our facility, like 40 residents. However, sa isang unit there are 40 residents, but then there's one RN and one LPN. So parang hati kayo. So 20-20, parang ganon. And maximum siguro na handle ko is 22. So, pero yun nga, hindi ka naman bibiglain na ay, pagha-handle or paghahawakin ng ganong karaming patients. Like, in each week, like 5 muna, with under supervision muna ng yung one RN or one LPN. Then, the following week, you can have 10, 15, padagdag siya ng padagdag until you get confident with it.
Okay. So, is there any factors affecting the nurse to patient ratio or the number of patients that you will be handling in a daily basis? Anong shift ba usually yung maraming patients? For example, yung parang
Actually,
pinakamahirap or loaded na shift?
I can say that yung loaded na shift talaga is the morning shift kasi yun yung busy moment na sa morning kasi maraming medications yung mga residents and treatments as well. So you have to do the medication and treatments at the same time. So you just have to learn about the proper time management. So yun. And in the afternoon, okay lang din, medyo busy pa rin but less treatment na kasi parang sa umaga na ano na lahat din na nabigay na yung mga AM care.
Yes, no. And I think yun lang naman yung questions ko right now that I have in terms of your
Mhm.
experience of work. So ikaw ba Miss Glenn, is there any parang experience that you've had so far, no, sa 2 months na stay mo that you want to share to the viewers or to the listeners right now, no? Maybe some expectations versus reality or maybe one experience na parang wow.
Mhm.
Yan.
Ano, siguro yung, na-experience ko lang na medyo challenge for me, of course, how to handle the family complaints ng mga residents. Kasi of course, you're still new. Parang it's new for me to work in a hospital or rehab nursing setting. So if there are complaints like that, coming from the family members about their, yung patient nila na ano, it's just hard to deal with them. But then before I came here in the US, I already expected the worst na makakaranas ng mga racial discrimination, mga ganyan. But so far naman, um, I haven't encountered yet any racism here. They are so parang supportive and understanding. You just have to be honest to them. Like, okay, I'll get back to you pag may family member na nagko-complain, parang you just have to talk to them in a nice manner, and then i-check mo sa nurse supervisor or sa unit manager to kung ano yung concern niya, how will you be able to help, and yun naman, naintindihan naman nila ma'am as long as you have to be honest with them. Gano'n.
Ayan. So, thank you for sharing that
Mhm,
experience, no, Miss Glenn, no? So, yeah, so to the nurses then, if meron kayong tanong, feel free to like chat in your comments so that our recruiters can also answer your queries, no? I think yung next question ko, Miss Glenn, is somehow related to retrogression, no? Kasi
mhm,
since it's retrogression, no, medyo magiging matagal yung process for the other nurses bago sila makarating ng United States.
mhm.
Sorry, before ako pumunta dun sa next question ko, is Grandison your first employer, by the way, Miss Glenn?
Yes, yes ma'am. Yes
Okay,
po.
got it, no. So, yun nga, no. So, since it's retrogression, it might take for them longer before they arrive in the United States. Do you think it's still worth it for them to like choose United States versus other countries? Yan.
I can say yes, kasi I've also been to UK before. I work in a nursing home, but as a caregiver, not an RN.
Mm.
So I can see the difference from United Kingdom. I'm not trying to compare, pero
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can
yeah.
say that hindi ko
Walang
dini-discourage yung mga
kalaman,
gustong
'no? So, from UK
mag-UK.
ka pala 'yan,
I don't
oo.
discourage them if
Mm.
that's their
Dream.
preference. It's still
Yeah,
lahat naman ng country there are pros and cons. But then
tama.
for me, since I have experienced both countries now, I can say that mas madali yung stability dito sa US. So like if you really want to have a long career in terms of yung sa bahay, mga gano'n, maraming nurses dito na nakakabili na talaga ng bahay and all the luxury luxury things that they want. Parang marami silang napupuntahan kasi parang dito it's really land of the free na parang
Mm.
magagawa mo lahat. So
Parang
ayun,
long-term goals,
parang
'no?
yeah, long-term goals, that's the
'Yan.
right word.
Mm.
So yun, mas madali yung stability kaysa sa ibang countries.
So, na-curious lang tuloy-tuloy ako, Miss Glenn, 'no? So, when you applied to Grandison, were you still in UK that time or were you in the Philippines already?
I'm in the Philippines na po.
Okay.
Yung UK, it was way back 2008 to 2011.
Yan.
And yun, madali ako na-board dun, unlike here that I feel at home.
Talaga, ayan. So, thank you for sharing that as well, 'no, Miss Glenn. Medyo nagulat ako na parang galing ka na pala ng UK, 'no, tapos parang nag-US ka pa.
Opo.
So, thank you for, answering that. And I think that's also inspiring to hear, 'no, for the other nurses na medyo nawalan ng pag-asa because it's retrogression, 'no. So, kapit lang, 'no. Ika nga, sabi nga ni Miss
Yes.
Glenn, especially if you have long-term goals like buying your own house, 'no, cars, maybe cars as well, 'no. United States can be the top destination for you as well, no? And I think that's all that I have right now so far, no, Miss Glenn. So overall ba, Miss Glenn, can you describe your journey in one word? Your overall
Um,
USRN or USA journey in one word. And can you tell us why you chose that word?
I can say I'm blessed. That's the right word for me. Blessed lang kasi lahat ng pagdating ko dito, everything went in place. Parang kasi I expected the worst na nga, but it's the opposite thing that happened. So grateful and blessed lang ako from God na parang pagdating dito, I don't have to worry about anything like in facility, sa work, sa mga kasama ko sa work, because everyone is very welcoming and supportive, understanding. So, ayun, sobrang thankful lang that I'm one of the lucky nurses here na hindi nakakaranas ng stress na katulad ng nababasa ko sa ibang page na maraming mga na-encounter na stress or issues, challenges sa work nila. And for me, sa 2 months stay ko dito, masaya pa rin naman and I hope that will continue.
Yeah, thank you for those words, Miss Glenn. No, so we're happy for you, for the smooth journey that you have, and for the other nurses who might be experiencing challenges as well, right now, no, if they are a Grandison nurse, no, I encourage them to like communicate with the Grandison USA Cebu USA office then, no, if ever, and if it's other nurses then, no, or Grandison man or hindi, no. I think it's important that they really communicate with their employers and their skilled nursing facilities then, no, so that they can address the issues. And like what you mentioned earlier, no, sila naman, they are very understanding if you say that you're not ready, no, or you need to take time in terms of getting back to them on a specific concern, for example, no. So I think communication is really the key, no, especially kung mag-isa ka
Yes.
sa ibang bansa, no. So if I may ask, Miss Glenn, did you also went to the United States alone, no? Or may kasama kang family? Or do you have any relatives in the
Yes,
United
ma'am.
States? Okay.
Just me po,
Yan. And do you
no
have any
dependent.
relatives? Oh, okay. Any relatives in the US? Tita, tito, meron po ba?
Yes po, they are in South Carolina.
Okay. So medyo malayo, no?
Opo.
Ayan. So I think one tip then, no, maybe for you, Miss Glenn, no, maybe can you give them a tip, 'no, lalo ka na single, 'no, mag-isang pumunta sa US, 'no, and nasa South Carolina ang relatives. Is there any tip, 'no,
Mm.
how are you parang enduring the days, 'no? I don't know if enduring is the right term, 'no? Or is there any support system or people supporting you in the United States, 'no?
Yeah, tip ko lang just be confident. Sabi nga nila tatagan lang ng loob. So you don't feel homesick, ganyan. And,
Mm.
parang feeling ko naman lahat naman namang mapupuntahan nila there are always Filipino. It's just that you have to surround yourself with the, positive people around you para, to get away from any, negative vibes or toxicity. But so far
Yep.
here in New York, everyone is good. Kaming mga Pilipino dito nagtutulungan talaga. We treat each of us like a family member here. So, wala naman yung laglagan, gano'n. We support each other.
Ayan, okay. So thank you for that. No, it's nice to hear that, Miss Glenn, no? And I think that sum ups all the questions that I have so far right now. How about you, Miss Glenn? Do you have any questions so far? No?
Wala naman po.
Ayan. So, ayan. So, I think that's all of the questions that I have right now, Miss Glenn. Thank you so much for joining us in tonight's Grandison Espresso Lounge. No? Maraming salamat sa pakikipagkamustahan with us. And by the way, before we end this call, Miss Glenn, no, it's actually us who are thankful, no, that you chose Grandison. Thank you for being part of the team and delivering the grandest nursing care in the United States. Yan, we're proud of you and all the other nurses that we have in the United States, no, na talagang kumakayod kahit malayo sa pamilya.
Yes.
Ayan,
Thank you po. Thank you sa Grandison for making this dream possible for us, for
yan.
me.
Thank you to Miss Glenn. Um, and of course, once again, this is Jody. This has been your host for tonight's Grandison Espresso Lounge. So this is your virtual coffee table, a place where we catch up with our nurses like Miss Glenn, our PTs, OTs, and even our partners. So here we encourage everyone to share their experience and their voice, no, to educate and inspire more healthcare professionals. That hashtag no American dream is impossible when you have the dream, the courage, and the right partner. And watch out for our next Grandison Espresso Lounge. We will be inviting some of our partners from our partner skilled nursing facilities, no, so that they can also give light, no, or so that they can also answer the most common questions, no, nanggaling sa mga nurses natin who's curious, no, papuntang United States. Ayan, thank you so much. Ayan. And going back lang din po, Miss Glenn, no, um, ayan. So just in case, do you have any questions po or feedback then kay Grandison so that we can also maybe address this? Andito rin si Miss Marie Chris. Hello, Miss Marie Chris. Ayan, wala lang siyang video right now.
Hello po.
Ayan. So yun, ayan. So Miss Glenn, ayun nga, do you have any feedback, for example, so that maybe somehow we can also improve our service po, no? Or the transition in the future. Ayan. Any comment, feedback? Ayan.
Wala naman po, ma'am. Everything is okay. I'm just
Okay.
thankful to Grandison because, um,
Okay po. Thank you so much, Miss Glenn. And sana po hindi namin masyadong nakuha yung
thank
time ng
you.
rest nyo. Ayan. Thank you po and have a
It's
good
okay lang po, ma'am.
rest
Thank you
and
po.
enjoy your duty later po. Thank you, Miss Glenn.
Alright, ma'am. Thank you din po. Have a
Mm.
good day. Good night.
Bye.
Bye, Miss
Bye.
Clendy.